Well, hello, my dear men and gentle ladies. Welcome back to redesigning this fire elemental monster or creature or divinity. We started this yesterday, and hopefully we can continue a little bit today. Not gonna finish it, but hopefully you can get some mileage in. So I have been thinking, and I believe the best pose is this one. I don't really like the others, so I think I will tentatively go with that. I might play around with this, but I'm just gonna go with that for now because honestly, this one was also okay, but it's a little too boring, and this is generic. Like, that's generic too. No, let's go with that. Okay, let's go for it. Let's make it a little larger. Start refining it a little bit. Not going to be full size yet, but this is 50% already. Not too bad. So now it's time to redesign some of the inner details because reasons. No, because it had some extra elements here and there, like the rocks embedded in the neck, and some on the thigh here. So let's see what we can do. I thought it would be cool, like, to also have a kind of a sitting cat pose or sitting lion pose, but it's not dynamic enough. So, like, one cool thing to implement would be like to have the neck go back, and then like, let's see if I can make something like this. Something like that. Whereas it's very, like, I don't know, I feel like it's very noble of a stance if it's like this. But you might disagree with me. I don't know. Something like this would be cool too, but you know what? I'm actually going to explore it. Although it feels a little too much like a generic T-pose like this. Oh, hello, Naki. Hey! I am okay-ish. I'm just fighting off a cold or flu because my son had it and my daughter also, and now he's sick again. So hopefully I'm gonna feel better. I've felt worse these days, so today is actually a pretty good day, feeling wise, health wise. How are you doing? Yeah, this is cool, but it's too generic. Oh, too generic. Yeah, it's like a pit. This is like a pit. Not okay. Not okay. It's not a bad pose, but nothing. You know what? Let's just go with this. Fire more or less. Too much to do, and so last time I understand. I'm also dealing with a lot of things here. I'm already missing Italian food. Eat some for me, please. So, alright, what do I want to do here? Let's try it. Let's start introducing some of those details. maybe not that large, maybe just a little more. I'm not so convinced. So in the original idea, I actually played around a little bit with beak or no beak, like mouth or no mouth, and in the end I had decided no mouth was better, like this is some sort of visor. Well, we can still play around with this and see how it works. Actually, I want to use. Let me go scouting a little bit in my images here. Zooming in a little bit. Excuse me. So you're gonna probably hear me cough a little more than yesterday today, because for some reason a little bit of the cough is back. A little bit. Yeah, but this way I don't see this one. So do I? What can I do? Because I want to keep both. Where's Jew? Where's 10? Okay, can I put this in another document and float the window so it's always on top? Let's see. What's that? Alt. There you go. Control plus. Okay. This works. Let's see. Okay, it stays there. I'm gonna keep it here. It's a little small actually, but I can live with it. So I'm gonna have kind of like a, it's more like a mane, but it's made of feathers. I'm not really sure I'm gonna handle the feathers though. Not really sure. Let's see. These can be kind of rocky, as we said. Adriana. Hello, M's Animation Studio. Hey, thank you very much. Yeah, just trying to redesign an old creature. Okay, the perspective here is not. It's kind of made up. It shouldn't be like that. Shouldn't really do this. I should technically see the inside of that part. But let's pretend it is okay for now, because I'm liking the shape. I could even... So one of the things that I was tooling around with last time was having like the eyes being like slits, like cracks in the mask. That would be very cool. But I'm not sold on it yet. Not sold. And then, so I feel like they're like all this armor stuff. This is kind of pointless. It's too armor-ish. It needs to be a little more organic. So what can we do for this? Maybe. Well, first, let's take care of this part. I'm just gonna leave it simple for now until I figure out how I wanna handle feathers. I'm not sure yet. I've got some images from Miss Midorikawa, Miss Green River. They have feathers, and I want to use that as reference, but not as many. In fact, I don't have them here in my folder, so I'm gonna have to look them up when we clean up to a little more of a finish. What are these cracks? What are those things? And I cannot even remember what I drew in my own drawing. So it was very important for me to have this S curve here because of the noble kind of feeling, and I feel like it's getting lost a little here. So maybe I can reintroduce some of that. And probably a little. This, my friends, is gonna take some time because I do want. I'm not gonna green light it until it looks like it could be a piece from Eldra. So this is gonna take time. So I'm gonna continue tweaking line art until I get to a satisfactory point, which might take quite a long time. Hello, Mr. Fruit Punch. Wait, I didn't ask. Is it Mr. or Miss or Mrs. Fruit Punch? Because you gotta. I think it's a guy in the avatar, so I always assumed it was a Mr. Fruit Punch. Fruit Punch. The mystical Fruit Punch. Do I want those rocks like that? Probably not. I don't think I do. In fact, so this other, let me show it. This other one has the feeling of the monster, right? I'm gonna draw this one. So it's this sort of kind of body armor. This is the sort of feeling I was going for, except it's gonna be a different color, obviously, because it's rocky. Okay, Mr. Fruit Punch. Fruit Punch. Fruit Punch. Fruits, something I dearly miss these days. Are fruits expensive in your countries, dear men and gentle ladies? Oh, you who are watching, spectators, audience, or whatever you want to be called. Because fruits are insanely expensive here in the land of the rising sun. So there's supposed to be some lava here. I do remember what I was using as a reference for this. Actually, the monsters I was using, and it's pretty close. It didn't have the style nailed yet. I don't want this to feel too pasted on. Here in Brazil, fruits are very cheap. Lucky you, Matthews. Lucky you. Well, in Italy they were kind of cheap. Not recently, but they used to be kind of cheap. Here they're gonna cost you a kidney, possibly two. So, possibly 2 kidneys or 3. So you're gonna have to dissect your partner or one of your parents or siblings to buy fruit here. I'm afraid. Okay, so this is substantially different from what I had before because I had a centerpiece. This is 2. My idea is technically to follow some generic anatomy or wannabe anatomy for these. So like you could have the scapula here, like in the T-Rex, for example. Maybe something like, well, it would be more like hugging here and then coming out and then with the arms. So it would be more something like that. The peculiarity of fruits here in Japan is that they are packed in single units. You can imagine the insane waste of plastic that happens because of that. To their credit, they're usually pretty good, except for oranges and peaches. But I'm biased because we got very, very good oranges and peaches lately. But like they have very good grapes. I was eating grapes before actually, in very small quantities because they're extremely expensive. Since my son she was kind enough to give me a couple. I miss cheap fruit though. Cheap and readily available fruit. M's Animation Studio says, I don't know from my country. I think it's in the middle. It isn't really cheap or expensive. I see. I see. Crystal is going to be... Actually, it's going to be the other way. It's just trying to find a nice, interesting shape for the shard. Perspective is technically this way, so I should probably be a little lower. I don't know if I want these to be a single piece or like to break them up. Might be interesting to like break them up into several shards. I really want to look up some bird. She's got more images on Pixit as well. So what was it? Monster. Okay, this is kind of in between I don't know, lion, dragon, scorpion. It's a chimera sort of thing. What the hell? It's got some feathers though. Some very strange feathering. I might reuse. I might shamefully reuse. But I'm looking for something else. She's got a cockatrice, actually. A cockatrice. Better than the one I made, obviously. Which is respectable, but it could be better. You might be thinking, why didn't you do this before? That's a valid question, and I have the right answer for you. That was the answer, obviously. Okay, there you go. Kind of rough feathers on this. Like this could be interesting. Very cool design, by the way. Very, very, very cool. Just one toe. Interesting. Kind of a smallish monster. I've got too many images. Can't stack them all. By the way, to those of you who are not here in the previous streams, I'm not trying to plagiarize this person. I'm just trying to absorb her style. So I am going to use a lot of her images to kind of morph the lines that I use and get some kind of characteristic elements that she might use to implement in my own pieces. Because I want to draw a little more like her. Oh, this is cool. Man, this is sick. Like this one. Very cool. With the wings, basically, it's like they're broken, but cool. Yeah, I think this might be a little too stringy. And you know what? I'm gonna go with this. Because these are feathers. The problem is that if I add too many feathers, like you can see in the original, it feels very disconnected. So if I add feathers there, I'm gonna have to sort of add them somewhere else as well. Just something like this. Something like this. Probably. No, just a little bit. I'm pretty sure I had some feathers in previously for this, but I later decided it was not fitting very much the design. Well, the arms. It's a pretty buff dude. At least it's got buff triceps and biceps. Obviously, this is a human arm, and I think I'm gonna change it here. Man, it's so tempting to just turn this into a beak. God, I don't know. I might add a variation of that. Might isn't strong. So I do want to keep. I want to keep the plate. So the idea is that it's got something that's a little more flat here in the back. I wonder if I can redesign it so that. So this should be ideally one surface. It goes out like this maybe, and then from here, so you got one plane, 1, 2, so 1, 2, something like that, and this goes down, so that it's a little more square. And it's got these I don't know how to call them. But I do want to keep them, despite not knowing the name. So I want the pieces to kind of fit together to a degree. So it's got, yeah, dragon, or I would say chicken, probably not dragon, claws, talons. So it's got probably 3 toes or fingers. So 2 are gonna be sorry, in front, because I was looking up. 2 are gonna be in front, and the other is gonna be in the back. Clearly, she studied a lot of birds. So yeah, this was skin, not scales, but honestly, I think I could even add some feathers here. Some little feathering. Maybe here, just to, you know, call back to the neck. Trying to figure the musculature here, because I don't like drawing arms from this side, because then I have to add the band here. Yes, thick biceps for this beast. Thank you, Maxim. I don't know, I cannot read Cyrillic. My apologies. How do I read your name? Exactly. It's an M. I can read the M, and I can read the A, and that's a sigma. Is it a sigma, the last one? Maybe not. But welcome. First time chatting, I believe. It's also probably could be a good idea to add some rocks here and there. Could be a good idea. And then let's add the biceps back. And so it's got normal shoulders. Let's add the shoulders. So like normal human shoulders, basically. Except I can't do that. And they gotta be plates. Some degree. So how do I? They gotta be some sort of plate. I'm gonna have to figure out the volume for all this thing, because right now it's a little janky. A little too considerably janky. Because this bicep should nestle into something. So it should ideally go inside here. So you need a pec somewhere here. And I don't know if I want... Let's see. I might do it like this on the outside. I'm not feeling good about this. Let's say maybe. Let's leave it as it is for now. So the pec could be going up here and attaching maybe. We could have a bone coming out here. And so we have some sort of tricep going on here, and a bicep kind of doing this. Kinda. I'm not sure yet. It is a little straight. I think the best thing would be to do this. Probably bend it in that direction. But I like it, so let's leave it for now. So this, again, it's going to borrow from that bird design. I might even, I don't know, in the original they were kind of slim, but I would probably see this better with thick legs and arms, like thick, like actually pretty thick. Should be at an angle here. Might be a little too much. Oops. It's also smaller than the other, considerably actually right now. I'm trying very, very hard not to go default on what I usually do. Like, very hard. Very, very hard. Okay, so I gotta remember these are actually, you know, circling around. Basically, I see the front here, so not this is not the front. This here is not the front. That's the side. So I'm kind of curving in a little bit. Yeah, I like them straight though. Kind of like them straight, mommy. Kind of like them straight. What if it starts here? I gotta figure out the angles here necessarily. I don't know how she goes about designing those tiny shapes exactly, on average. But, so let's pretend there is like this. And then, so the plane does this. I'll leave it then, just to remind myself. Yeah, also look at this. Like this is 2 even. Jeepers. Jeepers creepers. A little too even there. Oh, that bottom part is not really gonna be visible as much. And this feathering here, it really needs to bleed to other areas. I don't think this is enough. I don't think this is enough. And the rock shards here are not really well integrated, so I'm gonna have to change it up. Probably something like that. One of the challenges I usually face is trying to make these extra pieces, like, well, designed pieces look three-dimensional. Very not easy for me. Right, not easy. That's actually another exercise one could do. I'm pretty sure, I kind of remember the how should I call it? The back part on the hips, that was kind of random. I clearly remember that. I did not exactly know what to do with that because I had a lot of anatomy in my head. And so I tried to integrate some level of anatomy. Like This is the Latissimus, and this is the Obliques. But here, I was like, I don't know, let's just add some plates, but it's kind of, you know, this is the same type of plate that I used on the cockatrice, so this tells you that from 2020 I did not really improve my plate design, which is bad. It's really bad. It should not happen. To be fair, I didn't really work on as many plated creatures. Is that... What, does it work? Oh, there you go. Alright. Moderated. Hopefully it was a spam bot. Otherwise, I'm sorry for the user. Write something that looks a little less spammy. Okay, now this has to go back this way. Okay, still have to keep some balance. Hello, Ardo. Hey, welcome back. How are you doing? Hope you're having a good beginning of the week. Well, it's still Tuesday, so kind of beginning. Do you know human anatomy too? Yes. I studied human anatomy first. Actually, I would like to do some videos where I draw humans, but because I do need to practice a little more. God knows. But you know, the channel is mostly about monsters, and a lot of people do human anatomy, so I figured it might not be as interesting as doing creature. Design, creature design, creatures in general. In fact, I highly recommend studying human anatomy first before studying animal anatomy, because it's complementary. Or let's say not complementary, no, that's not the right word. It's how can I put it? It's technically it's the very same. So like if you take a normal person, it's got a femur, right? This is the leg, right? This is the femur, patella, tibia, fibula, and then the foot, right? And the hips here, right? If you take an animal, it's gonna like a hind leg animal, like I don't know, a dog or something. It's gonna be the exact same, except this is the foot. This, like the whole thing here is the foot. It's just bent. This is the knee. So this is the foot, and then they're walking on the digits, basically. But it's just a longer foot. But it's this and this are the same. So the mechanics are the same, obviously. It's just that then you don't see it because you have the muscle that's like this, right? For a dog or anything else, even a big cat, you see something like this, and then you think, oh, it's very different. It's like bending backwards. It's not. It's bending forward, but this is the foot. So just gonna leave it here in case someone needs or not. Nah, it's fine. It doesn't even look that good. So now for this not to be generic, Jane and Eric, How can I do? Just I can consider the whole silhouette, so not just one part. This is already starting to break on me. Like this should definitely not do that. This should most definitely not do that. Anyway, cool, Ardo, cool. You're doing all right. Very cool. So now this is the knee, obviously. And you know what? For the knee, I'm gonna take back some plumage. I'm gonna take some plumage back. Except it's interspersed, like it's added on top of the, like this volcanic sort of flesh. And then here is like dinosaur. Animals walk on their toes. Yeah, pretty much. Not all of them. Like plantigrades, like bears, they walk like us. So, but a lot of animals do. Birds do. Like these are toes, and horses, obviously. Obviously, horses. Do I want... Yeah, I don't like this. So I'm gonna have like... One, two, it's still wrong. This is pretty much straight on, so I'm gonna pay attention now. It's hard because it bends there, so the ankle is like hidden behind. And the back, the front should be. I don't know if it's... I don't feel like it should have just 2 digits. It feels kind of mutilated with just 2. And so in the original idea, the plates here were kind of rocks. And we can keep that. Just having to design them somehow at some point. I've done that recently in a design, actually. Like Chase well knows. Cool. Nice knowing human anatomy. Knowledge can be useful for creature design too. It's fundamental. Absolutely. Absolutely fundamental. That should be your very first go-to. Because you can transpose most of the muscles. Even on birds. You think a bird, you think, oh, it's like, ooh. It's like a ball with a neck and then 2 things sticking out like this. Yes, except there's hips here, and there's a knee here, and there's a muscle here, and this does like this, which is the same. And yes, oh, the wings are like here, right, like this. No, in fact, it goes back. This is the elbow, and then does this, and then does this. And then we have, well, the big sternum, obviously, but the pectoralis is the same. Like this is a big pectoralis muscles to be able to fly. So it's the very same. You got, you know, feathers here, but it's the exact same. And so once you know human anatomy, you can see, oh, in that bird, that's what is that thing that bends there. And that is, trust me, it's very useful to know. Because once you figure it out, you can draw the animal in pretty much any pose. Not easy, but at least you can tell, okay, this is off now. This is very off. Or, hey, this looks cool. This looks good now. And we have to pull back from there a little bit. This breaks here, and maybe it's a little too fat. Maybe a little less, something like that. Kind of liking more. But I want to make sure it is clear that these tours are spreading a little bit. Yeah, I'm going to have to redesign that. The more chicken you eat, the more you see bird anatomy. I eat a lot of chicken. Probably too much. Don't hate me, vegan people or vegetarian people, but I eat a lot of chicken. In fact, now that I'm here, I eat even more chicken. A lot of chicken. I ate chicken today too. I cooked chicken with orange sauce, like actual orange sauce. Precious orange sauce. And you might be thinking, hey, you said you miss fruits, but you ate grapes and orange too. Yeah, but I keep them for special occasions. I try not to waste fruits. So now this probably wants a, I don't know if it's gonna bend there. I don't know, I'm gonna have to think about this part because it should go backwards, and I don't want it to feel like it's too this is too constructed. At the same time, I don't want them to feel like, oh, they're falling apart, right? If I add the crack in the middle, automatically you're gonna think, hey, this thing is splitting, and I don't want that. I'm kind of trying to hold the stylus a little farther from the tip to be a little more free with shapes. I don't know how that's working out. Add a little more bending like that. I don't know. This is all very random right now. Kind of. I'm letting the drawing inform me about what it likes, what it might like. See how this looks. Doesn't look too bad. Obviously there is a huge hole here. Oops. Kind of a different level of detail, which we might fill somehow. And I think I had the same problem here. So that's something I definitely need to work on. Thinking like through the form, you get it. One of the here, the other leg should probably do something like that. So I think we're good. I might even move it. I don't know if I want it here or the other side, but think about it. And as I said, I'm gonna get rid of the Zekrom, whatever that is. I'm gonna get rid of it. It's adding unnecessary weight to the back of the creature, so I still want to show that there are some crags here. Little crags, and maybe, I don't know, maybe, yeah, it's kind of creeping through here. Like some of these, maybe, okay, maybe they're just crags interspersed with the feathers. And the crags kind of blend into the body here a little more. Hello, Jake. Good morning. Good morning to you, my friend. How are you doing? Trying to design a basically a Final Fantasy summon. That's a griffin, fire elemental, god, monster, demon, divinity thing. We'll see how this goes. Another couple of minutes and then we'll go. I was a little late today again, unfortunately. So, my bad. Today was my fault. Sick looking already. Thank you. Thank you. This was the old one, 2020, and not as good, as you can tell. Lots of room for improvement, and try. Hopefully it's looking a little better already. I feel like compared to Grin River, the artist I'm referencing, I still add too much line art. I don't think she actually does that. Or maybe she did in the beginning, I don't know. Except mine is not the beginning. But hey, it's fine. Not as good, meanwhile, looks amazing. Thank you. Thank you for the kook, also. And is that your father? The second and fourth are your dad, right? Wild buddy dad appears. Oh, by the way, I was actually lurking yesterday. Didn't say anything because I was trying to focus on design. But I was there when you were playing Final Fantasy 12. Okay, I want the tail to be not so smooth, but not too craggy. So now, okay, I'm probably gonna leave it here, and tomorrow I'll see if I am able to design. Maybe I should add a bump in the back here. Oh, it's still cute. It's a chocobo. Oh, Quackwa. Okay. Yeah, I remember that now. It's now that I look at it very closely, I can also read it. Oh, that's him. Okay. Although it absolutely reminds me of, you know what? Like in that image specifically, like that emoji, it reminds me of what's it called? What's he called? It's like Feel the Pain Herald. Feel the Pain Herald. Kind of reminds me of that. Because it's small, so I can't really see the expression. Feel the Pain Herald. That's such a great meme. It's the meme of the century. I abused that meme when I was making memes. I absolutely 100% abused it. What's your favorite monster, beast, mythical creature? Like generically, I guess dragons. Dragons in general. I know it's cliche. I'm a dragon person. In fact, the first drawing I've ever done was a dragon. I was 4 years old. 4 or 5, I think 4, at the daycare kindergarten. And I drew it in a blue-ish, like disgustingly desaturated blue or light blue marker. Oh, it's hide the pain, not feel the pain, right? Hide the pain. Hide the pain, Harold. I'm a sucker for a cool dragon or chimera design. Yeah, same. Same. This might be a little too much. I don't know, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna leave it here. This is the current state. It's a little overworked, so I'm gonna have to simplify a good deal here. But I think it's going in the right direction. Probably gonna have to space thing a little more unevenly, like this, say for example, and remove a few of these, and then add back the cracks in the crag. So, alright. Yeah, I was drawing dragons in the kindergarten. Of course. And then after dragons, it was dragon-looking, kind of dragon-looking rocket ships. Oh, I can draw it for you now. You know what? Let's do it. I don't want to save that. It was pretty much just... maybe it was not slanted. It was something like this. These are missiles, you can tell, right? And then it was like this, and I had some sense of perspective because I remember adding the wings. They were like this, and more missiles, because you know I was a Top Gun fan, so maybe not there. It's just too cool already. I think there was something like this, and obviously here would have the thing, and that was it. I think that was version 1. I do not remember the others. 10 out of 10, better get Elon Musk on the phone. Absolutely. And this was Turbo Rocket. There you go. Excuse me. This was obviously a drill. And this is the cockpit. So... now we're gonna color this one, obviously. Now, I was not very good at choosing names. Anyway, I'm gonna go and take a shower and go to sleep. Thanks everybody for hanging out. I really appreciate your company. You should have saved a screenshot of that because you're not gonna see that again ever. I'm gonna see you hopefully tomorrow. We'll see. And until then, you guys have a good morning, afternoon, evening, and take care. See ya.